Howdy, partner. This is your favorite preacher and your favorite preacher show. Believe it or not, I am filming on location today. I am filming on my back porch. You've heard me talk about my back porch, and I don't think I can give you a complete panoramic view, but it's a wonderful place to be. It's a little hot out today, but it's not terrible. And I decided I would change things up a bit and try doing the podcast outdoors. I'm looking to see what my neighbors are thinking about me. They probably think I'm strange anyway, but I hope all of you are having a wonderful day. I want us to think about something that I experienced this past week. A dear and precious friend, we were going to lunch, and we ended up having a flat tire. It happens, things happen. Well, the problem was, whenever I got ready to try to change the tire, I was having some complications, to say the least. And one of the problems, the person who put those tires on the car apparently never intended for them to come off. I didn't even try. I never got to that point. But thankfully, three men, and one nice girl drove by and realized we were having some problems, and they stopped to see if they could help. And they jumped to it. They jumped to it. And two of those men, I'm thinking maybe they were in their 20s, maybe 30s. I don't know. I can't judge ages. When I'm trying to judge ages, it usually doesn't work out very well. But two of those old boys, they were corn-fed boys. They looked like they just left the weight room. They physically had to manhandle those to get those lug nuts off the wheel. And they did it. I don't know how they did it, but they did it. And they jumped to it. They got the tire changed. There was another nice man there as well, helping out. And so they got the tire changed, put the new wheel on the car, and went on their way. And my biggest regret, I did not get their names, but they were heaven sent as far as I'm concerned. I don't know what you think about God and his providence. As far as God's providence, I truly believe that God provides us with the help we need. And my friend and I, we need some help. And all of a sudden, those people just showed up. They didn't want anything. They only wanted to help us. And they jumped to it and got the tire changed and sent us on our way. Again, I don't know what you think about those things, but I've thought a lot about that and how in our lives there are times when we need help. And I have to admit, I am not the man I was when I was 20 years old. I'm not the man I was when I was 20 years old, or 30, or 40, or 50, or 60. Believe it or not, I'm 70. And I know I don't look like it, but I don't know if I could have got those lug nuts off of that wheel. In fact, I have my doubts. And I'm just grateful those fellows showed up when they did. As far as I'm concerned, the Lord provided help when we needed it. Well, I truly believe this, that when the Lord Jesus was on earth, what did he want from people? The same thing he wants from people today. When Jesus was on earth, he demonstrated his kindness, he demonstrated his mercy, his grace, his forgiveness. The only people that Jesus had trouble with were those like the Pharisees. In fact, Jesus said this about the Pharisees. In Matthew chapter 23, beginning with verse 25, Jesus said, "Woe to you, scribes and Pharisees, hypocrites." A hypocrite in that day and time was somebody who was like an actor, somebody who was just playing a roll. Woe to you, scribes and Pharisees, hypocrites, for you clean the outside of the cup and of the dish, but inside they are full of robbery and self-indulgence. You blind Pharisees, first clean the inside of the cup and of the dish, so that the outside of it may become clean also. Woe to you, scribes and Pharisees, hypocrites, for you're like whitewashed tombs, which on the outside appear beautiful, but inside they are full of dead men's bones and all uncleanness. In this way you also outwardly appear righteous to men, but inwardly you are full of hypocrisy and lawlessness. Jesus made it clear when he was on earth that the one thing he did not want is for us to wear a mask. And my question is, and I ask this question to myself, I've asked this question many times to myself, why is it so hard for us to reveal the real us? Why is that the case? Because we don't want people to think we're weak. Well, we are weak. We all have weaknesses. And there are times when only the Lord can help us. I was talking about those scribes and Pharisees. In that same chapter, Matthew chapter 23, the Lord said, before he said those things, he said this, but the greatest among you shall be your servant, and whoever exalts himself shall be humbled, and whoever humbles himself shall be exalted. Yes. The sooner we are able to acknowledge our weaknesses, the Lord is able to help us. He will give us the strength we need to do whatever is necessary. He'll give us the blessing we need at the proper time. And so, my friend, yes, God has wonderful blessings available to us. If we'll just humble ourselves, take off the mask. You know, when Jesus was on earth, he dealt with those scribes and Pharisees. They hated him. You know why? Because he just ripped off their mask and revealed to the public what those people were, hypocrites. Well, the Lord wants us to be honest with ourselves. And when we are honest with ourselves and we can acknowledge our weaknesses, the Lord then is able to bless us and help us to do the things that are necessary to get through this life. Well, again, it's a beautiful day. The clock on the wall, this is a different clock. I think it is 25 after 2, according to that clock on the wall, a different clock. Middle of the afternoon. It's a wonderful day in Lewisburg, Tennessee. The sky is blue, a little on the warm side, but just a beautiful summer day. As I look out over my backyard, just a glorious place to live. God has so richly blessed me, and I'm truly thankful for that. I hope all of you are blessed as well, and that you will have a wonderful rest of the day, a wonderful evening, and a wonderful Lord's Day tomorrow. Until next time, goodbye.